The only person I relate to so much when I read about him, he thinks like me, he's like me, he's the Kishore Kumar. So I relate to him so much. The way his madness, his world, it's just fascinating. It will be made, man, promise, very soon. So one day I just got a break, got a chance of directing one scene. One scene became one episode and then the whole series.
Murder at the time, 2 crore ka 75 crore, right?
Yeah, उसके बाद तो I got many offers from everywhere. So everybody had one sleazy English film to be converted into Hindi.
Gangster. I mean, that was Kangana Ranaut's first film.
There was something very raw, organic about her, which was very different and refreshing and new. She's same Kangana to me when we meet. This persona I see sometimes, is not the Kangana when I meet her personally. There are two Kanganas. Beach वाली समझ में नहीं आती, तो दो हैं एकदम.
When you were diagnosed with cancer, when someone tells you, Anurag, that you have 2 or 3 weeks, how do you take it?
There's a scene, in Metro where Nafis Ali dies in the ambulance in the traffic jam. I thought it's going to happen with me.
Jagga Jasoos, Govinda being in the film, but not being in the film. Apparently, he didn't show up on the set for 72 hours. 72 hours late, he came with a chicken and he wanted the chicken to bless the set. Did that happen? Hello and welcome to Sit with Hitlist, our award-winning, completely unscripted podcast and print series. Here we feature our favorite people from the films and entertainment industry. And with me is not just one of our favorites, but also one of the most atrangi plus talented people in Bollywood that we've ever come across, at least in mainstream Bollywood, as it were. Filmmaker, director, Anurag Basu. Thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Atrangi, huh? Super.
Very Atrangi. Very. We'll get to the Atrangi part at some point in our conversation. In fact, Anurag, I was thinking about kya baatein kare, but I realized that, you're Bengali, right? And the one thing that I can expect from you is that you'll be very good with adda. So adda karenge, we'll figure out, there'll be a lot of chaos, but like with your films, something good will come out of it.
Okay, let's see.
Right? The other thing is that all Bengali men, and because right before this conversation, as with the Netflix person who was telling me, Vishal, that Dada will be here in a bit and stuff like that. Why are all Bengali men called Dada?
I don't know, yeah. It just, I don't know, from down the line where the Dada thing started. I think in Gangster, I guess, my ADs used to call me Dada. Then suddenly everybody started calling me Dada. I don't know. And both confusion hota because Spot Dada is also Dada. The
Right.
makeup man is also Dada. I am also Dada. So, कई बार Dada कोई बोलता है तो मतलब there are confusion. But I like it. It's the fondness of अभी तो हो गया. I'm loving this now. सब दादा बोलते हैं.
Yeah, because like for instance, Basuda passed away recently, and he was 90 years old. But even I'm calling him Basuda. He would be like like a grandfather person. But everyone, and while Dada really means a big brother, right? I mean that's really what it is.
Yeah.
So regardless of age, is Dada.
But it's a Bollywood thing, It's, with जैसे प्रीतम को भी कह लूँ दादा प्रीतम दा कहते हैं तो he's been also so yeah and कई बार क्या होता है करण वगैरह भी मुझे दादा बोलना शुरू कर दिए दादा होते करण जोहर was calling me दादा थे मतलब क्या why he's calling me दादा
But Karan Johar be older than you or the same age, roughly the same age, no?
Same age.
But the reason I'm getting to age, and I want actually the viewers to check this out. I saw a lovely TED talk that you've done, a TEDx talk, I think in Bhilai, if I'm not mistaken, or was it in Raipur? I forget. Really
Bhilai,
nice.
Bhilai, yeah.
It was in Bhilai. That's when it really occurred to me that while you're actually not that old and you're like half a decade younger than the Khans of Bollywood for sure, but you've been around for really long, yeah. You've been around since the early 90s. Which year did you come to Bombay?
95 I graduated 96 since 96 97 I've been in the industry.
Right, and you would have come to Bombay about say 2-3 years before that because you graduated from Bombay. So around 1992, 93 is when you would have moved here, right?
Yes, absolutely,
right?
Yes.
And before that, were you doing a lot of adda in Bhilai?
Not really, not so much adda because बहुत peer pressure होता था Bhilai में studies का. The Bhilai was only about education and entrance exams and IIT, PET. So your only way towards good life was through academics. There was no other second. यही जानते थे हम लोग. तो बस मैं भी वही कर रहा था. बहुत अड्डा नहीं होता था. Actually, 11, 10, 12 was I don't know कैसे किया मैंने कितना coaching classes कितना सब कुछ.
So with an engineering town like that, especially when there's like a middle class cosmopolitan environment, because people have come from all over the country, because there is a steel plant there. I noticed that even about people from Jamshedpur for that matter. There is still a cultural life, right? There's still an art and cultural life, despite all of it big about studies, because that's the best way for a middle class person to get out of the current
Yeah,
scenario, right?
yeah, absolutely. And the culture of Bhilai was hearted. It was in my house because my father was, and we had a theater group, and I grew up in rehearsal rooms and green rooms, and there were people come. शाम को इतनी सारी 50-50 कप चाय बनती थी बाहर, poetry चल रहा है, session चल रहा है, तो all I was. लेकिन studies important था, my dad was in sale. It was his hobby, it was his oxygen after plant coming back doing theater. And also these small towns are like mini India, you have people from all over the country. So the blend of culture from south to north to Bengal. So yeah, I think it played really important role. A lot of people, Jamshedpur se bhi kai log nikle bhai, Imtiaz and all, they are from
Imtiaz there,
Jamshedpur.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So it really helps.
But what were these plays? Like, was your dad directing them, or was he running a theater group in Bhilai?
So we had a small theater group, my mom and dad both, and very. So theater group भिलाई का था, but we used to travel all over the country. So that was a great learning. हाँ, हम लोग ट्रेन में पूरी ग्रुप जाती थी. We used to perform in Allahabad, Delhi, Shri Ram Center, Shimla, in Rajasthan. So all over actually we used to travel, and I used to look forward for those thing, and we used to perform, and and that was great fun actually. I've learned so much because there was this competition in Allahabad. I remember हम इलाहाबाद जाते थे, वहाँ पे 110 teams आती थी from all over the country, and there will be tents, and every team will stay in one tent or two tents for over the period of 20 days and mingle with each other, understand each other's culture, exchange, and there will be campfire in the night, गोष्ठियाँ होती थी. तो वो बहुत कमाल का होता था. I think ये सब बचपन में मुझे भिलाई में मिला, मुश्किल होता कहीं और मिलना.
ये क्या था? ड्रामा कंपटीशन था?
ड्रामा कॉम्पिटिशन होता था उस समय, बहुत होता था हाँ, ऑल ओवर इंडिया कई जगहों पर.
आपके ग्रुप का क्या नाम था?
अभियान was the name of the group.
Usually you see this about college festivals, right? This is more like a college festival environment where you'll have like these drama societies from various colleges. Did you do that in college as well?
Yeah, I did continue doing in college, but that was really serious what my dad used to do. Okay. And there were a lot of senior artists who used to come and perform, I think there was this play we used to do, a poster, jahan pe Pandwani and Tijan Bhai used to be part of our theatre group. So he used to combine you will see a lot of folk, I sprinkle in my films, in Barfi or in Jagga, there's a little bit in Ludo also. I think it comes from there. When I came to Bombay, I started doing serious theatre. And when I started getting response and when people reacted, I started getting awards. Then I thought maybe I belong to this city, maybe I can do something here.
So when you say serious theatre, what do you mean by serious theatre?
It was just inter-college. We used to do inter-college, but inter-college were very serious. Makarand used to direct from Miti Bhai, and there were big directors who were directing for, and I think उस समय हमारे contemporary कौन थे? विवेक था, शर्मन थे, लोग सब थे, लोग from NM, Miti Bhai.
विवेक ओबरॉय, शर्मन जोशी.
Yeah, हाँ, शर्मन जोशी, विवेक from Miti Bhai. तो ये सब लोग inter-collegiate में यहाँ वहाँ टकराते थे.
Were they good actors then?
Yeah, and Vivek, I came to know later that he was the part of the play which was in competition with us much later, called Mahakal. I never interacted with him then. Ninad used to be the front runner in that group actually. Ninad Kamath was an actor, and he used to be. So yeah, we had great time, and intercollegiate competitions मिलते थे. फिर intercollegiate से हुआ ये, I started going to Prithvi, started doing platform performances. And because group नहीं था मेरा खुद का, तो मैं solo करता था platform performances between two shows, Prithvi Festival platform performances. That's it. My dad used to say natak na atak. He never encouraged me because he never got anything from theatre. So natak na atak, he always said don't get stuck there because and soon after my graduation I gave myself then I stopped doing theatre.
So when you say solo performance, you were performing by yourself with the crowd watching, the ones in the interval watching you perform by yourself?
Yeah.
That is quite crazy. That's very hardcore. That's a lot of confidence. I'm going to call you Dada. I think Anurag is not making sense anymore.
Don't call me Anurag, yeah, it was quite hardcore, but it was kick. It was बहुत मजा आता था. I miss sometime doing all that.
I would imagine boy from Bhilai, who's been part of a cultural scene all his life, comes to Bombay, is confident enough to do solo act before a crowd in Juhu, no less, in Prithvi. Like that's a pretty evolved crowd for theatre. I mean, your
Yeah.
natural thing to do would be acting, right? That would be a natural first step because it's all here.
Yeah, but I never no. I never, because I used to write those plays. I used to enjoy the process of writing and directing in myself more than acting. I think there's more joy of creating stuff. So I never went into that lane only.
Okay.
Uh, never.
What kind of plays did you write? The solo.
Some pieces from here and there, some historical pieces. I was quite influenced by Badal Sarkar then, because Badal Sarkar had faded by then. My dad started his career with Badal Sarkar, and there was a big void. Then I suddenly got introduced to Badal Sarkar, Sankar Shesh. Of course, a leftist writers, I was inclined towards them, and yeah, we used to perform that. Fandi was one of the play I performed. Yeah.
One of the things that we that ends up happening, well, actually did happen with the other Arun Rag that we had on the show, Kashyap. Very hopeful it happened with you also. Is the early journeys, and especially for someone like you, and also Kashyap for that matter, you had an inclination towards acting also. You're not just directors, performers in a sense. And he listed a bunch of movies where he's just standing on the side, or he has a role, or I'm pretty sure you have got a few of them too, huh?
Not really. No, not
Come
really. I'll
on,
tell you
go.
later on. I'll tell
No.
You know what, Kashyap.
Nothing happens later on.
So
Everything happens here.
I'll tell you one incident.
हाँ.
There is something. We used to go to Prithvi. Kashyap is also come to. उन लोग सब वहीं पे आके hang करते तो.
Correct.
So this group of people, वहाँ पे प्रकाश मेरा production वहीं पे था सा कोने में अजंता होटल में.
Right. हाँ.
So they were making some film. So I went there, and they needed a Bengali speaking assistant, because the film was actually giving away too much. We look for the
No. You have to.
So then what happened was they wanted a Bengali speaking assistant, because Bengali and Hindi speaking, because film was bilingual, and they wanted one assistant to between the line prompt the actor.
This was a movie.
This was a
Not
movie.
a play. Okay.
Not a play. So it was a film, and I was in second year. So they were looking for this assistant, and it just मेरा Diwali holiday and shooting outdoor एक साथ आ गया. So I told my parents, I'm going for this, and I'm not missing college, not working college. I'll go and do this. It's not a long commitment, just an outdoor. So I went there, and I was prompting actor. तो हीरो के पीछे ना दोस्त चाहिए, तो एडीज लोगों को नहीं खड़ा कर देते पीछे. So वैसे मैंने एडी के जैसा मुझे पीछे खड़ा कर दिया, तो मैं वहाँ खड़ा भी हो गया. उसके बाद अभी हीरो कंटिन्यूटी के हीरो के दोस्त फंस गए. अभी गाना हुआ तो हीरो के दोस्तों को डांस भी करना पड़ेगा. तो मैंने डांस भी किया. So हाँ, एक फिल्म है जहाँ पे only one film where but I went there as an AD.
Is the movie called Dalal?
No shit. Yeah, yes, it is.
All those
super research किया आपने.
all the trivia fans, quiz specialists, Dalal 1993, and I think we'll find that clip. We can put it out.
Yeah. I was in first year or second year, I think. I just come to Bombay and this happened. And I went to the set. Actually, I completely got disillusioned. Just, oh shit. मुझे पहली बार shooting देखा, मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आया.
Now, of course, a lot of people get a lot of work, but back then there wasn't that much television. And you got your break as a director, if I'm not mistaken, with Tara when you were in your early 20s. Like, how old were you?
Must be 24, 23, 24. हाँ, 23-24 साल का रहा.
That seems pretty easy.
7, right. Yeah, actually, I never assisted for a long time. I was quite fortunate enough. And to be very fair, there was a lot of television boom that time. Satellite Challenge had all channels were here. Z, Sony, and...
like there is the OTT boom right now.
Yes, exactly. That time there was satellite boom and there was a lot of work.
Right.
I was a company assistant. So there was different directors to come and direct, and we were the permanent assistants there. So one day I just got a break, got a chance of directing one scene. One scene became one episode, and then the whole series. Getting break was not that problem because I got it, but then handling all these big Mahan actors and these senior people on my set, and I was this young kid, was tough.
They didn't take you seriously? I mean, you look like a 22-year-old. Why would they take you seriously?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they used to not. But you know what? They started taking me seriously because thoda din waqt lag gaya, because they will all start coming and directing me. Aisa kar lo, waisa kar lo. So yeah, I had to put my foot down. थोड़ा टैंट्रम दिखाने पड़े, थोड़ा झगड़े हुए.
Was there a moment where you just put your foot down के boss बहुत हो गया है, I may be a kid but I know my job?
Because they were stars. I think, if I do that, I thought they were going to complain producer because they're very close to the producer, and then I'll be kicked out. But I thought I should do that. I should put my foot down, and otherwise there was no way out of it because the सारे senior थे, मैं सबसे छोटा था. My assistants were also senior than me.
And
My
this is
way or the highway और कोई तरीका नहीं है. हाँ.
right. This is, and Raman Kumar would have been the
Raman
producer
Kumar.
at the time.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
But usually what happens is, at least I'm sure it would have been the case even far more back then, is that, you go to like a Subhash Ghai's office, or you go to, hoping like a Shyam Benegal's office,
Yeah.
or someone. I'm sure you did those rounds.
Yes, I did.
Where all did you go?
A lot of places. I used to just roam around in Juhu because all the shooting used to happen in Juhu bungalows, all the television shows and films. So 10th Road, 11th Road, all these bungalows. Because studios में allow नहीं करते थे. Filmistan and all that, the gatekeepers will not allow inside the studio. The only way you can go is just stand outside these bungalows and wait for a chance somebody may. और मिलते नहीं थे लोग. We are very approachable nowadays, but that time directors, it was impossible. So I used to go. Adhikaris were very active that time. A lot of places I went. Yeah. The first time I went to struggle actually to Shyam Babu's office.
Okay.
Yeah. And Everest Building.
Right,
so
right,
I
right.
went there. So I was there, and so they thought audition चल रहा था किसी फिल्म को. सूरज का सातवां घोड़ा का मुझे लगता audition चल रहा था. So वहाँ try किया. I even tried to assist Shriram actually. I had already become director, but I wanted to assist Shriram.
Okay.
वहाँ भी नहीं हुआ. Lot of places, lot of people.
But Shriram wasn't approachable back then?
No, he was quite approachable because हम सब जाते थे वहाँ पे. Kashyap, हम लोग सब चक्कर लगाते थे. They had this office in Andheri East, Media Classic, and Shriram and Shivam Nair both were directing some shows, Raman Raghav and all. ये सब कर रहे थे हम लोग. And we had heard that he's a brilliant guy out of FTI, and बहुत नाम हो गया था उस समय Shriram का, and so a bunch of people used to go there, struggle. तो struggle तो बहुत किया. Even after becoming director, I struggled to assist some good director, but हुआ ही नहीं यार कोई. लोगों को लगता था already direct कर रहा है तो उसको क्यों assistant लेना. So I never got a chance.
Quite recently, I did a conversation with Shyam Benegal and Anurag Kashyap at Shyam Benegal's office. Okay, this was like a thing that we were doing for midday, like an anniversary special or something. And that's when he brought up the fact the first time he ever went to a filmmaker's office was that office in Everest, which is still there in Tardeo. I mean,
Kashyap said,
yeah, that was the first office he went to as well. I mean, you guys have a lot more in common than just the first
lot
name.
more. आपको पता है मयंक, हमारा पेजर जब था ना, पेजर में भी कंफ्यूजन होता था. उसके मैसेज मेरे पास आते थे, मेरा मैसेज उसके पास जाता था. ये कंफ्यूजन कुछ आज से नहीं चल रहा है मेरे और कश्यप के बीच में. एंड मैं डायरेक्टर बन गया था. कश्यप यूज्ड टू, उस समय भी ही वाज स्ट्रगल फॉर एक्टिंग. जानकी कुटीर में मैं बहुत शूटिंग करता था बिकॉज पृथ्वी के पास होता था. एंड कश्यप यूज्ड टू कम रेगुलरली.
With his album? We spoke about his album.
With his album, yes.
What else is common? Let's think of more.
We both worked with Makarand at different times.
Okay.
As actor, as the actor. So अलग-अलग समय पे किया. उसने भी किया, मैंने भी किया. मैं कॉलेज के दिनों में किया. He did after.
You did plays with Makarand as a director while you were in college.
Yeah, but you know what? वो group कभी बना नहीं because Sanjana and Makarand they were making one. Prithvi का अपना वापस they were reviving the theatre. They were trying to do that. So I was part of that group, but it never took off. I was fortunate enough they selected me.
But of course, after that, where we are in your journey is it's a lot of television work, a lot of money also. I'm pretty sure that would have sorted you out in terms of a stay and a career in show business, right? I mean, you wouldn't have had issues with rent and stuff, at least, especially when there was boom.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when I left doing television, I was the highest paid director in television, and and then what I used to earn for my television for 1 month, I earned that was my fees as director for my first film.
The whole movie fee was equal to 1 month's fee. Wow.
1 month's fee.
Why would that be the case? I mean, the movie is a bigger medium. There's more riding on a film. But is that they feel that you're giving you a chance to be a director? They're giving you it's a favor?
And I happily took that. You know what? I'll tell you the incident. When I went to Mukesh Bhatt, I really love him. So I went to Mukesh Bhatt and I said, Mukesh ji, so beta, you asked, कितना पैसा लगा? Mukesh ji, because you're giving me break, you tell me what should I say? This is my first film. And I had left the first film. उसके पहले मुझे फिल्म मिली थी, मैं छोड़ दिया था. मैं तो कुछ भी करता, फ्री में भी कर लेता. फिल्म मिल रही थी. So Mukesh ji said, beta, I'll give you 7 lakhs. I said, okay, done. But beta, for 2 films, I'm signing you for 2 films. Immediately he changed the statement in 2 seconds. And then And so the 7 I got for my first two films actually, and I don't regret because I've learned a lot. That was a stepping stone.
You will not believe this, Anurag. I'm going to send you that interview that I did with Kashyap, and there's a long segment on how Mukesh Bhatt would not pay him, and he had to leave. It's crazy. I guess
So
it's
another
also
common thing between me and Kashyap.
yeah. The place where both of you will diverge is, of course, how you made it really big with your box office success. I mean, once you look back at your career, perhaps the biggest success of that time was Murder, which is if I'm not mistaken, a 2 crore film that did a business of 75 crore. ये तो किसी ने नहीं देखा होगा 2 crore का 75 crore, right?
Yeah, उसके बाद तो I got many offers from everywhere. So everybody had one sleazy English film to be converted into Hindi. I know people wanted to put me in that box. One dramatic film with a lot of steamy scenes. Yeah, it happened. इतने सारे फिल्म बड़े प्रोड्यूसर्स ने ऑफर किए after that. कि तो बहुत कम में फिल्म बना लेता है. Yeah, it happened.
To be fair, it has to be said, Murder at the time, for some reason, and I've seen some of your interviews, you don't seem particularly proud of it. You don't feel like talking about it too much, right? Have you seen Murder 2? Have you seen Murder 2 and Murder 3?
No, I've not seen.
You've not even seen them. Even though you may call them sleazy, but the fact is the frames look very good. They look very polished. They look very something that, I mean, that genre earlier was seen as a B-grade genre, but that wasn't the case with that film, right? That wasn't a conscious thing that you were doing, or this is what you had and this is what you had to make.
No, this is me. Your aesthetics is inbuilt. You can't change it. It's just the way you see things. You can't change it. So I should shoot television also like that. No, I'm not disowning Murder. I love. I enjoyed doing that film and the kind of time frame it was done, and we had just 2.5 months, and it was done in record time. So no, a lot of things to take away from. And actually, Murder gave me that. Agar Murder nahi hota, to Bhatt sahab wouldn't have allowed me to write for gangster. If you have a hit in your kitty, people allow you to do things you want to do. We didn't even realize because we were working so fast, just shooting 40-50 दिन खत्म picture दे दिए ऐसा हुआ.
But what I really want to know is when the movie made 75 crore, how much were you paid for that movie as a director?
But he was signed me for 7 earlier. He had signed me for 2 films.
Oh, so this is the second one.
This was my second one.
You were paid 3.5 lakh rupees for this movie.
No complaints, my cases. I have never complained about it. People wait in the queue to get break, and also, Mike, I was not part of that camp. Remember that? Tanuja was, Vikram Bhatt was, Mohit. I was just outsider, and I think I'm the first and last. No, Hansal also directed for them much later, but that time मैं था वहाँ पे.
But कुछ तो bonus तो मिला होगा ना? Just curious.
I never asked for it.
Bonus गाड़ी वाड़ी दिया होगा. That's a common thing.
नहीं.
The level of hysteria that film created, what Murder was, and these were also cable TV times. So that movie used to always play in the local cable channel. हर रात को वही picture, and I'm sure they watched everywhere in India, right? I mean, and I distinctly also remember Anurag that while Malika Sherawat became huge from that film, actually the men were only looking at Imran Hashmi.
Yeah.
He became, and people didn't realize that the star from the movie is actually Imran Hashmi, right?
Absolutely. Imran became rage. एक होता है ना बर्बाद प्यार इश्क में बर्बाद होने वाला आशिक, ये हमेशा वर्क करता है और वो वैसे ही था, वो थोड़ा सा self destructive. And you know what, you not believe, Mike, the whole casting was done within few days actually. Within few days. Whether I should say it or not.
You have to say everything. Please. You have to say everything.
So मर्डर के पहले हम भट्ट साहब एक और फिल्म शुरू करने वाले थे. हाँ, और वो शुरू हो चुकी थी. सेट लग रहा था, सब कुछ हो रहा था. And so this was my second film after Saya. Saya didn't work in the box office, and I didn't have any confidence in this. And Mukesh ji was, Anurag, why you're not coming to the office? Why you're avoiding script meetings? So I told him honestly, Mukesh ji, I'm so grateful that you have signed me for this second film, but I have no confidence in this film. मुझे पता नहीं क्या होने वाला है, और पिक्चर शुरू होने वाली 2 दिन बचा हुआ है, और मैं डायरेक्टर ऐसा बोल रहा हूँ. So I think मुकेश जी सेट शुरू हो गया लगना, तो अभी क्या करें? So Murder was a backdoor entry actually, which we all told Bhatt sahab, let's make this first, because It was desperate times in Vishesh film also क्योंकि 6-7 फिल्में लगातार पिट चुकी थी. Footpath, and there was one line say including Messiah. So murder happened, and Imran, I narrated one day, but आए वहाँ पे, and मुकेश जी का idea था subject. मैंने जितना भी घुमाने की कोशिश की घुमाया, then I narrated them back to him. तो उसके बाद then I narrated all of them. उसके बाद then casting was done in 2-3 days. I was driving back, और जो set जो लग चुका था आधा ना, क्योंकि उसको यूटिलाइज करना था, because वो set लग रहा था. So दिल को 1000 बार रोका was made to utilize that set and to shoot a song immediately. So Anu Malik made a song in one day. I was driving back. Kashmira was sitting in Barishta Lokanwala. गाड़ी से उतरा, कश्मीरा को बोला कल गाना करेगी क्या? तो वो आई. इस तरह से वो पिक्चर शुरू हुई. I said, let's utilize this set. We'll take 20 days gap and then we'll start the film.
So basically, that set was for another film, but was that set for a song or was it for a sequence?
There were scenes and also there was a song.
And that became the song that eventually plays in with Kashmira in it.
Yeah, with Kashmira. Dil ko 1000 baar roka.
What most people don't realize, and actually people in the movie industry do realize, you take some serious risks with like big stars in them, with somebody else's money on it, but you will go on to do something which will be really shocking when the movie comes out, purely because there'll be the fear ki chalegi ki nahi chalegi. And the movie I'm talking about is just celebrated 10 years, is Kites, 2010, right? That was 10 years ago. And that's the story I really want to know, because I mean, you have Hrithik Roshan, who's the most hardcore, Bollywood star you can ever get. This is a movie that is supposed to go across India, small towns, B centers, C centers, everywhere. And you make a movie that is in English and Spanish.
Yeah.
That is entirely in English and Spanish. How?
It all started off not like that. You know what? It was a small, sleek film, and it was not my decision to do that. It's the film. Everybody, Barbara came on board. We came on board, and we decided it would be small budget thing, experimental thing in language. And there were Robin Bhatt, Rakesh Roshan, Akash Lott. There were a lot of writers involved. So it was not my decision. Everybody was sitting there taking that decision, and some people work like that. And a lot of films are made like that, where 4 or 5 people come and discuss and brainstorm and shape the film. So this is how the film was shaped. तो ये ना वहाँ की रही ना यहाँ की रही, ना गाँव में पहुँचा ना हॉलीवुड पहुँचा, ये कुछ बीच का रह गया, because it started off like a small little indie film.
Did you go with a script to Rakesh Roshan, or how did that work?
See, Rakesh ji had this idea. That was his idea. And vague idea, one line, and then he asked us to develop it. To me, Robin and Akash. So Robin जी हम लोग गए तो उसको develop करके वापस आए, and we narrated back. And the idea जो था, जो उनका था, वो काफी change हो गया था. So we thought he's going to say no to it, but Dubu loved it.
But what was Mexico part of the idea, or is that something that happened thereafter?
Barbara, everybody was part of it.
Of the original idea, of Rakesh Roshan idea.
Rakesh Roshan. There was no Mexico, but there was foreign speaking girl. There was a language issue in the film. It was not that So, right. So Mexico, we decided. I just went with the flow, with Kites. It's just किसी एक का vision होना चाहिए. और वहाँ पे बीच में बहुत friction हो रहा था. मैं जो शुरू में I'm going in the direction. Rakesh ji's vision was something else, and there was a lot of then I thought experience के साथ चलते हैं, because he knows better. I don't know, because I have never given. I had done Metro was the biggest film I had done before that.
You're saying that it just became bigger and bigger with budgets and locations, and now that you spend more, then you need to spend even more. अब एक नया market भी चल जाता है. Let's look at the Latino market in the US.
ये होता रहा यार, मुझे भी समझ में नहीं आया. Even Mukesh Bhatt's film, Mukesh used to just hand over the whole production to me. Right. कि मैंने जैसे गैंगस्टर के टाइम में बोला, सर मुझे कोरिया में शूटिंग करना है. बोला बेटा तू होनोलुलु जा, पिक्चर 3 करोड़ का है, तो कहीं भी जाना है जा. So this is to be Mukesh's answer. So I knew my budget, but here it was not like that. Kites में मुझे पता ही नहीं था क्या है. I was just going there directing, and we discuss, this is what we want, this is how we are going to execute. So budget over budget, I was not thinking क्या होने वाला है, क्या market, कहाँ से return, मैं तो सोच ही नहीं रहा था वो सब.
And this is right after Life in a Metro, right? Which you had produced yourself.
Yeah, produced myself, and Rakesh ji had signed me before Life in a Metro got released, actually.
It's one friend who was an actor on Life in a Metro, and she told me that when she actually did the film, she had no idea how the movie will turn out. You say, "Abhi agla scene ye karna, aur fir wo karna," and she'll go and do it, but she has no idea what it will turn out. Of course, it turned out to be brilliant, and everyone loved it. It remains one of your most loved films, but the actors had no clue, which is a bit worrying. No, I mean, I'm assuming you had a clue.
Yeah, of course, when you're doing a film like this, where you have to have your screenplay ready, otherwise it can just go completely off track. I don't know when this habit started, Mike. I promise I was not like this in television.
Okay.
I don't know when this not giving script thing started. Maybe the day I started becoming writer, director, and producer, all the three hats. Because देना किसको है? मैं ही तो हूँ ना, मैं किसको दूंगा? मुझे स्क्रिप्ट किसको जब देना होता है, तब problem होता है that I have to submit the script. So there's always a script, but the problem started. I think I started midway during Gangster. I started this process, not preparing actor because Kangana was new and Shiny बहुत ज़्यादा तैयारी करके आता था तो मुझे लगता था इसको कुछ बोलो ही नहीं तो अच्छा है better है you should come empty slate otherwise there should be struggle of getting the right performance बहुत retakes so I think midway somewhere in Gangster I started doing this.
So you're saying that that process makes it more spontaneous for the actor rather than over prepared. You don't like the prepared take?
I don't like prepared thing because most of the actors, there are very few actors who knows the arc of the film. They can go off track in one scene and suddenly doesn't fit in the whole scheme of things. तो वो कई बार गड़बड़ हो जाता है. दूसरा problem ये है, which is the main problem. I should not give excuses. I don't commit to the scene till the last moment. मुझे ऐसा लगता है और कुछ ऐड कर दूंगा, कुछ नया हो जाएगा और मैं भी वहाँ पे जाता हूँ. So जैसे for example, there was some जैसे Metro में there's some scene जहाँ Shilpa and KK is there and KK comes and confesses about his affair to Shilpa and then Shilpa talks about Shiny to him. So I remember that scene. I was staging the scene. So I was playing Shilpa. My assistant was also an actor. Was staging the scene. और कुछ डायलॉग्स ऐसे उस समय मुंह से निकल गए. लड़का बच्चा तो मेरा है ना के पूछता है. वो स्क्रिप्ट में कभी नहीं था. So वो वहाँ पे ना at the heat of the moment, the set and वो गर्मी से ना कुछ बातें ऐसे निकल जाती है जो कि ऐड करता है सीन को. I thrive on that actually. And then I commit to the scene finally, and then I give it to actors.
By the time this interview is out, people would have seen Ludo, and if you haven't, you must watch. It's a fascinating film. You start the movie as Yamraj, and I think the first time that I've seen you on the screen. Have you made a cameo before in any of your films?
No, not.
किधर भी कहीं back कहीं पीछे waiter
पीछे हुआ है मजबूरी में हुआ है every time. So मतलब for example there is a cameo in Burfi, but I'm wearing this monkey cap and only my eyes are seen, so I hide my face even if I'm doing it. Here also I tried hard behind the beard, try hiding myself. Lekin hua nahi.
No, but you're really good though. You have to say you're really good.
Oh, majburi mein, because I was shooting in pandemic. No actor was ready to come here.
Right.
One day shoot.
And you know that because you mentioned Corona. In the scene, so you know that it's post pandemic that you shot the scene.
So majburi mein kiya. So it was not planned. Yeah.
But you actually, in each of the characters, at least the main characters, you play out, you perform those scenes and show it to your actor. I don't know whether other directors do that.
I don't show it, I really don't show it because sometimes actors tend to imitate you. It's for me to understand. I don't call actors, stand there, I'm showing and then it's for my understanding how I'm going to treat the scene. So I still approach it a theater way to block kaise karna. कौन कैसे बात करेगा परफॉर्मेंस का सूट क्या होगा इट इज फॉर माय ओन अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड देन आई गिव टू द सीन आई ऑलवेज ओपन इट फॉर द इंटरप्रिटेशन बाद में कभी लगता है कि आई हैव टू स्टेप इन देन आई स्टेप इन some actors who are absolutely new and fresh when they are expecting you to show it then I show it otherwise because every actor has their own personality why to lose that they'll bring their own personality to the character.
Since we're talking about Gangster, I mean that was Kangana Ranaut's first film. You gave her the break, as it were. Was that an easy thing to do in terms of working with a new actor on screen?
Yeah, beginning, I remember she needed guidance for everything, for every look and the speech and everything. Lekin by that time, we were finishing the film. I think she had got the grasp and she was doing it on top. Usko itni guidance ki zarurat nahi padti. By the time we finished the film, and she's a fast learner. Yeah, she's really a fast learner. And I've seen her growth during the filming of Gangster.
And what made you pick her? I mean, I'm presuming a lot of people would have auditioned for the part.
I don't know. There was something unique about her. I remember the first time, I had met some 20-25 girls and maybe for this character, and she stayed with me. If some face and some character stays with you, I didn't know how she. Then I called her back again for an audition, and and there was something very raw, organic about her, which was very different and refreshing and new. She was not part of the crowd. I think she was cluttered.
The way her career has gone thereafter, and of course, like her public persona, which is like it's a completely different Kangana, or you saw elements of all that success and everything else also while you were filming with her.
Not really. See, I don't usually meet Kangana, but whenever last I met after, पता नहीं 7-8 महीने हो गए उसके पहले. She's same Kangana to me when we meet. This persona I see sometimes, is not the Kangana when I meet her personally. तो हम लोग तो वैसे ही बात करते हैं. तो I think there are two Kanganas. बीच वाली समझ में नहीं आती, तो दो हैं एकदम. I think and we don't speak a lot. बीच बीच कभी बहुत जरूरत होती तो बात करते हैं.
Speaking of again your process and going back to what people call taking big risks. We're going from what was an English film with Spanish going to masses of India to a completely silent film with Ranbir Kapoor, no less. Of course, it worked out really well for you, but that would have been a big call also, right? How did that happen? How did that happen? How did you get to Barfi as an idea? How did you and Ranbir meet over the idea on the same page to do this at the same time?
Yeah, there were two scripts actually, Mike, which was that time during the filming of Kites, during the post-production. It was a long post-production of Kites. 6-7 months, I had plenty of time, to write. So there were two scripts. It was Super 30 and this one.
Well, when you say Super 30, you mean the same Super 30 with Hrithik that came out? Same script?
But not Hrithik as a cast, but I started working on it. I was the one who announced it first. So I met the guy in Patna and started working on the script. So later on I told Vikas, it's not that, they asked me, no, I don't want to do it. But I got emotionally more attached to Barfi, and it was kind of a little unknown territory. It was a little scary. It was a little risky, and that's what excited me actually. Super 30 was okay. It was easy film for me, to execute. There was nothing scary about Super 30. So I thought this was more challenging. So I think taking the safe route is most unsafe, that's what I think. It was not difficult to convince. Actually, every actor, producer, director looks for conviction inside the director. You cannot lie yourself. And Super 30, अगर मैं बोलता वो safe project था उस वक्त, लेकिन मैं convinced नहीं था. So you cannot lie to yourself. This is what I want to be excited about. That could have been, people would have said yes, and Super 30 would have started. Would have been easy, but it's not in films. Since television days, I've been doing this actually. So filmon mein logon ko dikh raha hai, lekin I am Atrangi since then actually.
That's why they call you Dada, not because you're Bengali. You're a Dada type. I read somewhere, did I watch this anecdote about you narrating the script, but you only had half a script, but you managed to convince UTV. That is true?
Yeah, because what, Tani, my wife, वो थोड़ी Yudhishthir type है. So when I told Ronnie, actually it was my first film as a producer, and I went to Ronnie first time meeting, and I said, this is what Metro is. I told him there was this acrylic board, मैंने ऐसे marker से कुछ लिखा, tracks बताया. तो Ronnie asked me, so when will I get the script? So Tani laughed it off, said, nah, you're not going to get it. He doesn't write. He still works. So Tani just spilled the beans, man. And Ronnie was scared. And I said, no, sir, it's ready. It's completely ready. So he wanted a narration, like soon.
To test you.
And I was not, to test me, to say yes for the film. And I was not ready at all. And I lied to him, I was ready. And I was only half ready. So I went for the narration. I took Pritam with his, Pritam, and there were two more assistants. So they had this narration. I was narrating Metro. And Pritam was playing song. And again narrating, again song. And yeah, so it was successful. People forgot that I had narrated them only half script because they were so entertained.
Did you ask for the climax, or you just said something at the time which was okay enough?
Which was okay last, because itna time lag gaya na.
Right. You elongated the process.
I stretched the process, and so that people were getting restless. So I ऐसी मैंने this happens, and the end. So this was there, which was not fleshed out.
Right.
So I think Ronnie got confidence, even with the half narration, and he never
Right.
said, "He come back again and give me the full narration."
Right. Where the idea for Barfi as a thought, as a larger thought come from? I think artists happened later, right? I mean, artists would have been 2 or 3 years later became huge in.
Just before the release of Barfi, artist release. Just before the
Right,
release of
right.
how universe things are like, हर जगह ऐसे ही होता है because and Mike, the first I think the reason the director of artists started making artists, I think I had the same reason because I was so fascinated with भिलाई में ना बहुत ज़्यादा ऐसे पिक्चर है. We were not exposed to English films and Western cinema. एक दो थिएटर थे, हिंदी फिल्में होती थी. We are अनिल कपूर जनरेशन, अनिल कपूर की पिक्चर होती. And there was this small steel club, there, and they used to play this Charlie Chaplin and Laurel Hardy, ये सब चलाते थे. So ये एक था वहाँ पे यार कि मैं I don't know how to do this in mainstream, do this kind of silent film, physical comedy, and this story idea came. I said, हाँ यार, I can merge these both. This is what I wanted to do for years now, and this is this story, and this was just a 2-page story I wrote. Actually क्या तो कुछ ideas आते ना आपको, I write it and mail it to myself. So and whenever I'm looking for a subject, I just go and read those mails again. तो ये था मेरे mail box में ये story. There was no Ileana, there was nothing, there was no triangle. This is just story of these two people. Basically जिससे कहानी जहाँ से inspire हुई ना, उससे मैं Razia, there was a girl this Soul Sark, and Priyanka met her. There was this guy called Murtaza and Razia. So Murtaza used to be गोरेगांव में एक सोल साक करके है, वहाँ पे hearing impaired लोगों का 10th and 11th and 12th classes चलते हैं ऊपर, and ground floor में this is school for special kid. So one boy called Murtaza passed out from there and started doing a peon's job here. So one day we were working there, and there's this girl Razia was going completely berserk, and teachers were not able to handle her. They called this guy, Murtaza ko bulao. So Murtaza just came from nowhere and was speaking sign languages like this, and she was just calmed down, and I saw her like throwing fits and throwing stuff. और Murtaza आके 2 seconds के अंदर, and there was this amazing chemistry between these two people here, and it was very heartwarming moment, and आके मैंने ये idea कहीं पे कोने में लिख के रख दिया.
But you were there. You were there when this happened.
I was there.
How come you were there?
Because it's a thing, because it's Soul Sark और एक है जहाँ पे आराम नगर का 121 जो ऑफिस, जो मेरा ऑफिस था, it was Soul Sark's school only there.
Okay.
गोरेगांव में they had started school, तो मैं visit करता था वहाँ पे बीच-बीच. And there were a lot of things here, because there's this school called Muskan in Bhilai. I have been associated with it after my father's death, kites के बाद से. Initially it was not idea for me to start the school. My old teachers from my school actually they asked for my help and to speak to the management and maybe give the part of a school for them to run. My attachment to special kids actually started from there, which extended here in Bombay, and this is how it all started.
Speaking of which, I mean, in Jagga Jasoos, for instance, you have a character stammers but will not stammer if he's singing, right? Is that inspired from a real life person?
Yeah, Pritam.
That's what I was hoping you would say. Right.
Yeah. It is inspired from Pritam completely.
He's the inspiration behind the film per se.
Absolutely, he's the reason. And Katrina is kind of Katrina's character is based on my wife Tani completely.
Like how?
She's Calamity Jane, like that, her character. वो पता नहीं वो कब उठाएगी ना, उसका हैंडल हाथ में आ जाएगा, होता है उसके साथ, पता नहीं क्यों होता है. A lot of stuff which has happened in the film with her actually happened with me in real life with Tani. Loosely based on her.
Talking of calamity, I mean, this movie was only in the news for the longest for it being a calamity only,
I know.
Oh, it's delayed or it's taking more time. Then when it came out, and I spoke to Ranbir on our show, Rishi Kapoor Saab, he blasted you. ये क्या फिल्म बनाता है?
नहीं मौका ही नहीं मिला, indirect blasting हुआ, तो we never talked to each other. It's just
right through the press. Right.
Yes.
Did that hit you really bad? I mean, in terms of how much you had to go through as a process to make that film?
It took too long actually. मुझे लगता है 1 साल एक्स्ट्रा लग गया, मतलब और 1 साल पहले हम लोग कर सकते थे. A lot of stuff, yeah, man. This is not a single thing which I can pinpoint. I could have requested and I could have put my foot down and said, Ranbir, don't do these films, because he did Bombay Velvet, Roy, Besharam, A Dil Hai Mushkil. Shooting 4 films and promoting 4 films during the making of. I could have put my foot down. He would have agreed, but then Pritam also wanted time to make music. So I didn't know where to balance. Yeah, करना कहाँ पे किसको करेंगे, मतलब इसको बोलेंगे नहीं तू दिल है मुझको डिले कर, इसको खत्म कर, अगर उसको बोलते थे तो प्रीतम बॉस, तो ये जो था it just took time, it just हो गया, अभी कुछ कर नहीं सकते थे. It was like, having said that, my last 6 months was ऐसा लग रहा था कि यार पिक्चर मतलब रिलीज पे आके it was all cut to cut. Even after shooting so many, I think we didn't shoot for a whole full year because we were shooting 2 films back to back. And after last 5 months was cut to cut. Like, we were mixing, giving. It's like इतना दिन वेट करने के बाद भी we never had time for post production at all.
Wow.
It was like mixing done and it was delivered. So that was really painful. अभी कैसे बोले 4 साल पिक्चर शूट हुई और 2 महीना चाहिए, किस मुंह से बोले यार, नहीं बोल सकते ना आप. तो अभी तो उसमें कट टू कट.
Now it's been so long, so I guess you should be able to talk about it. Is like Govinda being in the film, but not being in the film. Apparently, he didn't show up on the set for 72 hours. 72 hours late, he came with a chicken, and he wanted the chicken to bless the set. Did that happen?
No, there are a lot of news ऐसे निकल जाता है. लेकिन नहीं. In fact, Govinda did come with us. We wanted. लेकिन with all the delays, we can't, Govinda ji not coming on set, cancelling the shooting, all the flight, and he's not taking the flight. I couldn't have taken that stress. Like, we were shooting for outdoor, everything was lined up, South Africa, and it's just so unpredictable. मैंने बोला अब तो मतलब एक और मतलब पंगा नहीं ले सकता मैं. Already इतने पंगे चल रहे थे with dates.
But there was a panga enough between you and Ranbir where he texted you, say, boss, let's shelve the film.
No, he never said that.
No?
He never said no. He never said that. Shelve the film.
Like I'm sure he didn't mean it, but did you guys have a fight enough where he said let's not do this movie only?
Actually, Ranbir and I had never, कभी fight हुआ ही नहीं on Jagga. Never. We never. I don't know from where it is coming because we never fought with. No, never. No fight with Ranbir whatsoever on Jagga. Never. हुआ नहीं because having said that, you'll ask, say UTV, Disney, Ranbir. इतना करने के बाद ना budget नहीं cross किया. Nobody can say we have crossed the budget. So actually, I had to adjust the budget every time because time लगता है, interest लगता है, so you have to cut down the budget every time. Cheat shoot here only, don't go anywhere. But we managed to pull off in the same budget actually the whole film.
But personally, for you as an artist, as a filmmaker who's invested like 4 years, 5 years, does that begin to bother you? Because even you want to move on. I mean, you love the idea, but how long can you sit with that idea in terms of executing it? Does that bother you at some point? Or are you a patient person as a filmmaker?
It did bother me. I'll not lie to you. Last 1 year of Jagga, it really bothered me. I really wanted to do it because I've never taken so much time in any subject, any film. मैं क्या होता है जो 4 साल गैप ना किसी भी डेटा आप देखिए किसी का भी फिल्मोग्राफी take Raju Hirani or anybody 4 साल का gap is nothing. Everybody does it. When was last Ayan's film released?
Right.
For
he's also making a Ranbir Kapoor movie for the past 5 years.
Even take any director. So दो ये 4 साल कुछ नहीं है सबके लाइफ में फिल्मोग्राफी. मेरा प्रॉब्लम क्या है फिल्म स्टार्ट हो गई थी. When you started the project, then it becomes irritating. Otherwise, 4 years is nothing. It's just when you started, you're on with the project. You want to finish it.
I want to actually touch upon an important period of your life. If I'm not mistaken, when you were diagnosed with cancer, with leukemia, and it had reached a point while you were working on a film. Were you genuinely directing, as it were, from a hospital bed, even when you were diagnosed with cancer?
No, actually, Mike. What happened was, it was middle of the shoot. And again, everything is in my head, in my papers, and I don't communicate it much to the team, and तो problem तो होता है. So I thought when I got admitted, मुझे लगा कि it will be I'll be out very soon. But after 2-3 days, I realized it's getting really serious. I not directed. Actually, I recorded everything on dictaphone. The whole script and the location where I want to shoot and where I want to shoot, whatever it is, whatever there it was in my mind. I just recorded a dictaphone, 1 cassette, 2 cassette, 3 cassette, and I just wanted to, because it was ongoing production at that time.
Right.
So first day shooting happened. There were dates. I directed through dictaphone. This is what my vision is. आप लोगों को जैसा करना करो. लेकिन उसके बाद तो मुझे पूरा बोल के डिक्टाफोन कर दिया. सो आई थिंक भट्ट साहब सेड इट मेनी टाइम्स एवरीवेयर. सो इसलिए ये बात ऐसे बाहर निकल गई. लेकिन I think anybody would have done it. It's not
Right.
something special I was doing because there was a script I had written. I have not papered it down. So I had to communicate to my assistants and others in the unit.
You were told that you have about what 2 or 3 weeks left in your life,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And you were on ventilator for 17 days, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
yeah.
When
7 to
someone
20 days.
right when someone tells you, Anurag, that you have 2 or 3 weeks left in life, how do you take it? How did you take it?
It just happened too quickly, Mike, and there was too quickly. And one day I just saw my reflection. My face was bloated. I didn't even knew it was. I was looking like this, and so all the internal bleedings were happening. Buckets of blood was going on. And I just wanted to breathe right. That was the only thing happening. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि अभी breathe किया, maybe I'll not get till I went into the ventilator. So I was shifted from one hospital to another hospital. There's a scene, in Metro where Nafis Ali dies in the ambulance in the traffic jam. I thought it's going to happen with me because from Lilavati I was going to Tata, road jams, and so Tata जाते साथ मुझे ventilator में डाल दिया. So मैं को 17-18 days when you're ventilator, you don't know what's happening to you. So it's just few hours for me actually. So till then, yeah, it's just breathe right. Whatever strength you have, willpower you have, nobody wants to die. That's the only thing. Nothing pays you in your mind when there's so much pain. Yeah, those 17 days went in ventilator, it took a toll on my dad actually. His health deteriorated after that. Because 17 days sitting outside the ICU, not knowing what's going to happen next, it was tough on my family.
And what about later when you were aware how close it was for you in terms of survival or not survival? How did that change you in some ways? Is there a you before that moment, and is there like a life-changing moment there?
I have not changed much. My personality is the same. My rights and wrongs are the same. But yeah, the outlook towards the life has changed. I've become less cynical about things and more positive, you can say. But that time, the only change was, it was survival, man. Because क्या हुआ? वो आपका, you're in the ICU, then you're in the ICU, treatment चल रहा है, और चल ही रहा है, और मतलब लंबा treatment चला. And then you have made your career, you have made to yourself, and then you're back to square one. Yeah, खत्म मतलब पूरा. फिर zero से शुरू. Actually, I started doing television again. I never got films again. I had to go
This is
and
after the success of Murder. Would that be right?
After the success of Murder, I am diagnosed, and then hospital bills, etc. You recover. I'm still, wearing. I become thin, skinhead, mask, and then there was a survival issue, money, and so then I went to my old television colleagues in Z and Sony, and they gave me shows, one-offs. So that's how I started again slowly. So it was back to square one, and then television करते करते 1-1.5 साल तक मैंने television किया, 1 साल तक actually. तो when you're struggling hand to mouth situation में आपको कुछ जिंदगी और उसका रवैया कुछ नहीं सोचता. It is just to survive, just next day, next hospital bill. That's it.
And that's when you went to Mahesh Bhatt again, like because you wanted work in films too.
I had Metro and Gangster both ready. So Metro got announced, not by Bhatt Saab, some other producer somewhere. So उस समय नहीं आता था बॉक्स ऑफिस इंडिया.
Yeah.
उसके अंदर वाले पेज में कुछ अनाउंसमेंट देख के भट्ट साहब मुकेश जी को लगा कि ये तो फिल्म बना रहा है. And so he started. So Bhatt Saab called me. I said, Bhatt Saab, I'm serious that I want to really do it. But you're not well. You should take rest. Bhatt Saab, I have to go on floor. I cannot take rest now. It's just there. Then Bhatt Saab said, okay. Then I told Bhatt Saab, anything happens, you're there as backup plan. Bhatt Saab, will come and take over. आपके साथ तो best है. तो वो ठीक है चलो करो. So that's how Gangster started. So then Metro took the back seat. I came back to Bangalore because विशेष फिल्म किसी नए प्रोड्यूसर का काम करने से अच्छा विशेष फिल्म के साथ काम करो. फिर Gangster शुरू हुआ.
I know a lot of people have been shooting during times of pandemic, using mask and sanitizer. You were doing that back then, right?
Yeah. So
that's how you show up to work.
Mask, sanitizer. Mukesh ji was very careful. And Mukesh was so sweet. He used to carry the sanitizer in his bag. He would just give spray in the hand, and then we'll shoot. And I'll forget in between. Then he'll come shouting, "Hey, tu aise वापस हाथ पे हाथ रख रहा है, sanitizer लगा." So yeah. No, but actually, Vishesh, they were all my they're like my family, yeah, Chotu Masi and all that. And they were not giving because they were careful about my own health. So they asked me to wait, and I was not waiting.
But did that teach you something about money, perhaps? The fact that, when you're hit by such a situation, when you are unable to work, is there a financial backing? What do you do?
That's when I decided to produce. Metro happened because of that. I thought we should have money. I will make films. I'll make also money. Because it's important to keep money for your family.
Right.
So that's how after Gangster, I immediately started producing.
Coming to Ludo, I mean, like for instance, the scene where Pankaj Tripathi is there, and we say hospital. Is there a connection between scenes of hospitals and that moment of your life? Does it play in your mind?
Not really, not now. Not now.
Like a turtle scenes, and he has to piss in the. There's a lovely. Again, I've already asked the viewers to check out that TEDx talk. It really moved me. It was a fascinating one where you talk about how you take small steps, and then you will reach. And that's how you took those small steps in the hospital between your hospital bed and to the finally to the toilet.
Yeah, Mayank, it was very embarrassing, Mayank, because, your bedpan and everything happening and you're not able to come. So one day I tried to get up and I fell down completely. I realized, shit, I don't have any strength. It's not that, it's just 17, 20 days of ventilator. I'm back to ICU. You are a frail person. You can't even stand on your feet. And so my target was to bathroom tak jane ka khud se. So every day I'll just take a little step, 3 step, 2 step. There was a stool next to the bathroom. I went and sat in the stool. I couldn't enter the bathroom then. कल ये stool से bathroom में के अंदर घुस ही जाऊंगा. So this is how few steps at a time. I still do it, Mayank. I don't know what I'm going to do 2 years down the line. I just know about my next film and next show. That's it. I don't plan things.
One of the things that I was really excited about when I heard that you were doing it was the Kishore Kumar biopic. I can't think of anyone else who will do a great job of it because there are very few people who get music. Are you a singer also, Anurag? You also sing, not like a little better than Bathroom and little less than Bollywood?
Depends. If you ask me to sing, then I'll say no.
Yeah, no. You do.
I do.
And there's something about your personality that I feel that you will get a film like it will have the same chaos and the masti that was true for his life. I'm wondering why that film never worked out.
I know the only person I relate to so much when I read about him, he thinks like me, he's like me, he's the Kishore Kumar. So I relate to him so much. The way his madness, his world, it's fascinating. It will be made, I promise, very soon.
Last question, and this is again essentially for people who are interested in films, want to enter films. Actually, I don't know too many people who can make an ensemble cast film where each person is worthy of being a lead actor. Whether it's and I'm talking about Ludo, whether it's a Rajkumar Rao, whether it's even Pankaj Tripathi for that matter, he's a bona fide lead. You take a Abhishek Bachchan, you take a Aditya Roy Kapoor. I mean, each person, everyone knows that the others are in it. What do you do when you narrate a film to that many people to have them all into one film? And obviously, it can't be centered on one person because it's an ensemble cast film.
No, seriously, Mayank, I thought, when I made the list, I told Tani and my ladies, I know haan nahi karenge. Tough hai. And because, for the same reason you're saying, because they all are, so I said, mushkil hai. But I said, maybe they are my, first choices. Let's see. Na to hai. I said, haan ho jayega. They all said yes, no question. Dada, uska kya role hai? Iska kya role hai? Mera kahan khatam ho raha hai? Kisi ne nahi pucha, I promise. Not a single person asked about. They were just interested about their role and their story. And I'm really fortunate because it comes with a lot of security and they're secure actors. And if you're confident about your craft, that is security wahin se aata hai. No one asked me anything.
But I have to say, talking of security, that security also comes from a lot of actors believing in your vision, Anurag Basu. I think you can pull off a lot of things and get all these people on board and make a film which is Spanish, English, or silent, or with 4 heroes in it, and pull it off. I think that's one of the reasons that shows that you've done a fascinating job. And please, Anurag, remain as Atrangi as ever.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much, Anurag. Lovely talking to you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.